Sawadika, hey everyone! Welcome to Thailand in Focus. We are really excited to take you on a little tour through one of Southeast Asia's most fascinating countries. My name is Shaffira.
And I'm Naza. Today we are going to dive into everything that's been happening in Thailand this year, from politics and the economy to social issues and tourism.
Not just that, we are also joined by three amazing contributors, Nadia, Aleeya, and Hafni. Alright, before we bring in our contributors, let's set the scene a little. As we all know, Thailand is just one of those countries that full of contrast and surprise.
Totally. Like, did you know that it's the only country in Southeast Asia that was never colonized? That's really shaped its identity. Super proud and independent.
Yeah, and Thailand is also a constitutional monarchy where the royal family still hold a lot of cultural influence. Right now, the king is King Maha Vajiralongkorn, also known as King Rama X.
Yeah, and even though he doesn't run the government, the monarchy still plays a big symbolic role. Meanwhile, the actual political scene, let's just say it's been pretty bumpy.
As for economy, they also have their ups and downs. Manufacturing and exports are solid, but tourism really keep things going. And it's making a comeback, slowly but surely.
Totally. And socially, there's just so much variety, like big city vibes, chill countryside life, and incredible traditions everywhere you turn. And the food, don't get us started.
Okay, we will save that for another episode. For now, let's get into the real stuff. First up, politics.
In the first segment, let's kick things off with politics. Nadia, tell us what's going on over there.
Hey everyone! So when we talk about politics, Thailand's political scene has been pretty wild lately. Last year, Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin was removed from office and replaced by Paetongtarn Shinawatra. If that name sounds familiar, it's because she's the daughter of former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra. She's now the third member of the Shinawatra family to become Prime Minister.
Wow, that's a big political comeback for the family actually.
Totally, but things haven't exactly been smooth since then. The 2024 Senate election was super controversial. Some people are calling them the most complicated elections in the world. Critics argue that the process really limits democratic participation. According to the World Bank, Thailand's political stability score is just 36%, which means there's still a lot of uncertainty in the air. And let's not forget that Thailand had a long history of coups, and the most recent coup was back in 2014 when the military took over and ruled for several years. Even though civilian rule has returned, the political tension and military influence are still very present today.
Wow, that's some pretty intense stuff. Thanks for breaking it down for us, Nadia.
Yeah, that's really showing how deep the instability runs. Thanks for breaking it all down for us, Nadia. And now our first segment is finished. Let's move on to another segment.
Next up, we are talking about the economy. Aleeya, what's the latest on Thailand's financials front?
Hi everyone. First of all, I would like to thank both of you guys for inviting me to this podcast. So, talking about the economy at the end of 2024, Thailand's economy grew by 3.2%. It sounds okay at first, but compared to the rest of the region, that's actually the slowest growth rate. And then 2025 brought more challenges. For example, states increased tariffs on Thai exports, with some tariffs going as high as 36%.
Ooh, wow, that must hit the economy pretty hard.
It really did, and because of that, the private sector lowered its growth forecast to somewhere between 2.0 and 2.2% for this year. They are also predicting a long-term hit, like losing around 1.4 trillion baht in export revenue over the next 10 years. But here's where tourism steps in where Thailand welcomed around 35.5 million tourists in 2024. That sector alone generated over 1.2 trillion baht in revenue. making it a major pillar of the economy. It not only supports hotels and travel agencies, but also creates jobs in local markets, transport, food, and even the art.
Amazing. Tourism doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Definitely, it's helping to balance out the losses in exports, and it is a key to consumer confidence rebounding. The government is also offering incentives to boost domestic tourism, like subsidies and tax breaks for local travel.
Oh, I see. And thanks for the detailed picture, Aleeya. Let's move on to the third segment.
Now, let's turn to social issues and human rights. Hafni, what can you tell us?
Hi everyone. So when it comes to human and social development, Thailand is ranked 66 out of 193 countries on the Human Development Index, with a score of 0.803, which put them in the very high human development for the categories.
That sounds promising, but I'm guessing there is more to add to the
Yeah,
story.
there definitely is. When you adjust that score for inequality, it dropped to 0.681. That show a pretty big gap between the different community, especially people in rural or undeserved area. And on the human rights side, there are still a big concern.
I, I see. Wow. There is a big gap actually. Okay. How about rights and freedoms?
And on the human rights side, there are still tense. Since 2020, over 1,900 people have faced the legal action for participating in protests or criticizing the monarchy. So freedom of expression remain a big concern. But culturally, Thailand is rich and resilient from the colorful festival like Songkran, Thai in New Year's, to beautiful traditional dances and craft. Thai culture is everywhere, like in temple, market, even in street food. And don't forget the value of hospitality and respect, like the famous white gesture.
That cultural richness really brings people together, even during hard times.
Exactly. Thai identity is deeply tied to traditions, but it's also evolving with your movements like digital media and globalization.
It does, and thank you, Hafni. That was a really meaningful look into society and culture. Okay, now let's move on to our last segment. So to wrap up, Thailand in 2025 is definitely going through a mix of challenges and progress. There is political tensions, economic pressure, and social inequalities, but there is also strength, culture, pride, and resilience, especially in tourism and development.
Totally agree. It's a complex and fascinating country, and we've learned so much today. Big thanks to Nadia, Aleeya, and Hafni for joining us and sharing all those great insights.
And thank you to everyone who is listening to Thailand in Focus. We will catch you next time with more stories from around Southeast Asia. Kon kun ka.